Hello everyone, I want to welcome everyone to this new video we got today, and if you're new here, welcome to Paxi World. Today we're going to be talking about something that has, in my opinion, as what I've seen, has sent the internet into a complete riot. Just if you're looking on Instagram, mostly on TikTok, I've seen a lot of information on it. And that would be one of the most haunted dolls in the world going on tour, Annabelle.
That's probably the worst thing we have in this whole museum. That Raggedy Ann doll.
So if you never heard of Annabelle, you've probably seen her from this movie scene I'll put on the screen real quick.
We are beyond terrified. We don't know what's going on or what to do.
Terrifying looking doll, if you ask me. But a lot of people don't know that this doll is actually a real life thing, and these stories that are told in the movies are related to real life events. This doll is owned by one of the, two of the most controversial paranormal investigators in the world, and that would be Ed and Lorraine Warren. They are also involved with The Conjuring, like I have a poster right there as you can see. I'm a pretty big fan as you can see. But Annabelle currently is going on a tour called Devils on the Run, and I wanted to talk about the tour today, and I even wanted to get into a little bit of her story, why people think Annabelle is so haunted. But if you guys enjoyed this video, maybe leave me a comment, tell me how I did at the end, but I'm not going to ask too much. Let's get right into this video.
This is the worst thing in here. It's that doll.
But before we even talk about the Devils on the Run tour, I want to say that I'm very surprised this tour is happening, just because how protective Ed and Lorraine Warren seemed over this doll and talking about how dangerous this doll really is. One of the first cities she was taken to on her tour was New Orleans, and what the clip I saw, what really freaked me out is seeing her in the car, legit priest in the car splashing holy water on her and reading prayers from the Bible. You know, I watched that and I was like, yeah, I can tell she's a very big deal, you know what I mean? Something not to play with, and that's why I'm a little concerned with her being on tour right now. But why she was in New Orleans for this time, a day after she left, it was really strange because a plantation would burn down, like one of the biggest plantations. Also, this plantation would burn down without any reason. They're thinking, I'll talk about that a little more later. I don't know why I'm getting too hard into it right now, but what also happened when she left, or what during her time in there, a ton of inmates escaped from a prison. Now, you might be wondering, why is Paxi talking about something that happened in New Orleans that has nothing to do with the tour? Well, this is why. People believe that Annabelle is involved for the plantation burning down and the prisoners escaping. You know, if you really do think about it, it's a little weird. It is a very strange coincidence that this has happened while she was in the area. People are worried what else is going to happen in other states, but of right now, personally, I think it's a coincidence. I'm not gonna lie, that happening when she's in the city is a little weird to me. But she is now heading to a ton of other cities. I'm pretty sure right now she's in Texas, or she might have just left Texas going to PA. But right now at the tour, we do not have too much information. I mean, I saw some TikToks that I will put throughout the video, like you guys been seeing, of people going and visiting her. I saw one where they claimed to see a shadow of Annabelle, like a face of Annabelle or something weird, or like a face in the reflection of the mirror of the case. But if I'm being real, this doll just completely freaks me out. But I know some of you are thinking that this doll, why is this doll so special? So I will be telling the true story of Annabelle and how she got her reputation of being one of the most evil dolls in the world. Now, in the 1970s, a nurse would be gifted Annabelle from her mother. Now, Annabelle is just a basic Raggedy Ann doll at first. Annabelle, I'm sorry, I'm not calling you basic. I apologize. Don't come after me. I know you're on tour. There's people saying you're missing right now. Just don't come after me. But when this nurse and her roommate took the doll into their home, they would start to notice very strange things that would happen around the house. For example, at first they would find Annabelle moved from the last place she was left. Classic horror movie. But things in the apartment would get even stranger. When they would start finding notes that were written in like crayon and paper they didn't have in the house, it was just overall very strange. These notes would say stuff like "help me" and little kid drawings. Now, after the girls, they were very confused, so they could tell there was something off about this doll, and they would end up calling a medium. Which, I'm gonna be real, I don't know what it is with people. Like, if you see a doll moving around in your house, why call a medium? Like, maybe get rid of the doll? I mean, that would personally make most sense to me. If I saw notes around the house saying "help me," I would just get rid of it. But when they would go to this medium, the medium would tell the girls that Annabelle was haunted by a young girl who died at a very young age. The medium would also tell the girls that the girl just wanted friends, and that's why she possessed the doll. Of course, the girls, being kind-hearted, wanted the little girl to stay in the doll so she had someone to talk to. And I have seen online clips of Ed legit saying that is the worst thing you could possibly do, whether you believe in ghosts or not, is inviting one into an object or your home. Just not a very good mix.
God does not allow a child spirit to go into a doll. This was a devil, a demon inside the doll, which was impersonating the spirit of a child.
After the girls would invite the doll into their home in the spirit, things got really dark. A man who would hang around the nurses often, I think he was pretty sure he was just a friend, maybe a boyfriend of one of the nurses. He just absolutely hated this doll. He just got a weird feeling, and like any normal person, the girls thought it was cute that the doll was moving around, and just like, oh, the girl's playing with us. This dude did not think it was cute. I'm kind of on his side. But he would start having nightmares at his own home of the doll strangling him.
Just like it was a little kid. Yeah. All of a sudden he woke up with a start. He was sweating. He said, "My God," he said, "what a nightmare I just had. I dreamt that Annabelle there was strangling me, and he had marks on his throat." Was it psychosomatic?
A ton of other stuff. The activity in the house just started uprising, and things were getting dark. Things were getting thrown around the house. They said the doll was moving more, and it was just, I remember seeing something saying it was to like almost the point of possession. Like something bad was going to happen if they did not get this doll out the house. So of course they would call a priest, and everyone's favorite, believe it or not, everyone's favorite paranormal investigators, Ed and Lorraine Warren, would come into the house, and they would take this doll, and that's how it ended up in the cult museum that they own. Very terrifying story. I mean, that's just an overall fun story to tell. Not fun for the people in it, but like if you ever want to tell a ghost story, look up the Annabelle story. There's way more details than I talked about it, because of course I just talked about it shortly just because of the time of the video, but it does get really deep in the detail. So we're at the point in the video that, do I believe what happened? Do I really believe Annabelle has something demonic or a spirit in her? To be real, I don't 100% know. It's really confusing seeing all these stories online, but from my 100% coming from my heart, I do believe something is off about this doll. I heard lots of stories of people going to see this doll, weird stuff happening, and just by looking at her, you can tell something's off. I don't know if it's just the environment of the red light, but in my opinion, I do feel like something is off about this doll. And the whole case to me is just terrifying. Even if she comes to Ohio, maybe I'll do a little visit. Of course, I'll be respectful. There was a story of a dude who disrespected that doll, and he ended up dying later that night on a motorcycle accident. I want to find some like newspaper researches about him passing away after talking to the doll to see like the 100% story, but that is absolutely terrifying. I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, leave me a comment like I said in the beginning. Just tell me how I did. And if you go to visit Annabelle, just tell them to be safe, don't disrespect at all. You know what I mean? Believe it or not, respect Ed and Lorraine Warren. Even though they passed, respect the property, you know. But I would love to go see Annabelle. And tell me in the comments if you guys think Annabelle's really haunted. But let me know, and check out my other videos too, guys. Got a ton of new stuff coming out soon. And I finally graduated. I know that's not important to a lot of people watching this, but it is to me. So a ton of new videos will come out this summer. Have a good night.